Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Muslims in America is many different types of Muslims that are there. And I'm not just talking about the sects of Islam, the division, the categories of the madhab. I'm talking about the mindset. There's different mindsets of Muslims in America. You have some Muslims that are immigrants that came to America, went to America from other countries, and they only went there to seek education and money. That's it. And they don't have really developing and propagating Islam in mind. There's millions of Muslims in America with that disposition. Then you have the second generation immigrants, those that are struggling to try to identify with the indigenous Muslims that were already there, indigenous people, and they can communicate with them because many of them share the same generation. Then you have the indigenous Muslims who were reverts to Islam. That's another category. Those are the most serious Muslims, the ones that revert to Islam, the one who was born and raised in either a different religion or no religion at all. And when they come in contact with Islam, when they embrace Islam, they embrace it with enthusiasm, with energy, with seriousness, with commitment, with industriousness, and a hunger and a thirst for learning. They learn the language of the Quran. They learn how to give dawah, and they're not afraid to be proud of their religion. They'll stand up in public, and announce that there's no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. You give them the salams in public, and they'll very energetically return the salams. This is the category that I would like to think that I'm in, because I reverted to Islam. I accepted Islam consciously. I didn't inherit it just as a title. At least according to human being standards. According to Allah, he says in the Quran, Surah Al-Hajj, that he has named us Muslim both before and in this revelation. But I fought for my love for Islam. And there are many Muslims in America that are of that category. Now, one more category is there's second generation reverts. In other words, there are people who accepted Islam from another religion, and they have offspring that are born Muslim, but they try to give their offspring that spirit, that same spirit that they had. The problem is some of the offspring don't share their same love and passion for Islam as their parents who are reverts did, because we dropped our ball. Many parents, Muslim parents, dropped the ball, and we tried to compromise the religion too much and allow our children to embrace the habits and traditions of the Western un-Islamic environment, and that causes problems. And then what does that make us do? After a while, when the children reach puberty, we begin to regret it, and we begin to complain, and we begin to blame it on the imams and the leaders and say, why don't they teach about hijab from the minbar? Why don't they teach about proper dress from the minbar? Why don't they teach about the destructive and immoral music from the minbar, when we had an opportunity for 15, 16, sometimes longer than that, many years, to keep our children on the right path when we had them in the palm of our hand, and then we expect an imam or a scholar or a khatib to fix in our children in 30 minutes what we spent 16 years ruining. And so these are the categories that you see inside of America. It's basically, brother, a montage, a kaleidoscope, for lack of a better term, of Islamic attitudes and dispositions.